Hello, and welcome to another exciting edition of Hidden in the Universal Vault. I'm Ron, your host, and we are continuing the Francis series as we take a look at the third installment. And once again, this was released in 1952. Yeah, this was released in 1952. And the movie's, like I said, it stars Donald Connor with Lori Nelson, Alice Kelly, Palmer Lee, William Reynolds, and once again, Francis the Talking Mule. And this was released in 1952. Francis Goes to West Point. I had to look at double check, see which one it was. So yeah, Francis Goes to West Point. Yes, this is another one in the Francis franchise. Like I said before, there are 7. This is the third installment. Now, I really liked Francis Goes to the Races. I thought out of all these, I think the second one's the best. It's a ton of fun, and just, it's a blast from start to finish. So, that one was really good. So anyways, Francis Goes to West Point is average. Mind you, it's still good. It's not as strong as Francis Goes to the Races, because I felt that one had a lot more humor. This one was more of a sports movie rather than a comedy about a man and a talking mule. So, what's this one about? Well, Francis Goes to West Point is an interesting one. So this time we see our main character, Pete, or Peter. I'm not sure what his last name. Oh yeah, Peter Sterling. It says on the back of the DVD. Yeah, so it follows Peter Sterling as he's now getting ready to go to West Point. He has to go to West Point because he has no choice. He's still with the military service. And Francis Talking Mule, he was with the Army. So now we go back to him like the first movie. This time he gets invited to go to West Point. So he's trying to fit in, and Francis is giving him tips on how to do the Army thing that people do at West Point. But, yeah, it's a lot different than what West Point is now. This is fictionalized, but I do believe in real-world logic and real life. The sergeants and soldiers are a lot more tough on you. Here, they're a lot more this, we gotta be friendly. Also, it deals with the Army and Navy game. So, it deals with that. So, again, it's really hard to say. Like I said, a lot of these movies I just feel like more of the same. Francis does this, Francis gets in shenanigans, and shenanigans ensue. Well, he does, but they believe, again, no one believes that this mule is talking. So, it seemed like 95% of the movie, a lot of these people seem to faint when the mule's talking. So, I like how they call the mule a jackass, which, yes, that's another term for a jackass, and not the MTV guys on the TV show Jackass. Basically, this is the real mule we're talking about. So, mind you, and like I said again, it's good. There's also, he doesn't really have much of a relationship with a woman in this. Here, her dad, the woman's dad is like the current, I think he's like either a sergeant or something, and then has to deal with the big game at the end, and that's essentially that. So, it works on its own merits, and I feel, again, adding football just seems a bit out of place in a comedy about a talking mule. So, the black and white cinematography, again, this was obviously shot in black and white, but I think the effects work well. I like how they keep the illusion of the horse not talking. So half the time he'll be like talking, and then all of a sudden when he talks, he'll be like that, and you can't really see his mouth. As you can see, you don't see my mouth. So it's kind of like that. But they keep that more of an optical illusion. As I said before, if this was shot in color, it would look really tacky. Or if a studio decides, hey, we're going to colorize these movies, they would look so bad. This movie should not be colorized. And if it was shot in color, it will also look a little bit tacky. This was directed once again by Arnold Lubin, which, weird enough, he was actually director for Universal, and he Yeah, yeah, hold on. Let me go ahead and cut that out. All right, sorry about the technical difficulties. I do apologize. I had to I had to ask someone something, but anyways, again, I don't know where I was at, but yeah, oh yeah, the black and white on this is the best way to watch. I feel again black and white. I feel like these black and white movies. This movie is good black and white. Oh yeah, I forgot. The director, like I said, was Arnold Lubin. He actually has. He was a director. He directed a few Universal movies. He actually directed the 1940s Universal monster movie Phantom of the Opera, which I didn't even know that until I went on Letterboxd to see what else he's directed. He's directed quite a lot for Universal Studios. So, yeah, that's a little bit what Arnold Lubin did as a director. Like I said, it was actually, once again, it was actually created by David Stern, who was based on his Francis book series, I do believe. But yeah, I think the performances, like I said, are good for what they are. I think, like I said, Donald Connell is, Donald O'Connell, Connell. Is it Connor? I think it's Connell. I'm tongue-tied right now. I'm just so bad with last names. But he is great as usual as the wise but smart-ass Pete. And yeah, he's not a smart-ass like the previous two, but he's starting to kind of tone down on that. And I believe that. I'm trying to think of any other performances. Everyone else I don't know much of. I don't rather say I can say go out and watch this one, but if you've seen the first two Francis movies, you might want to check them out for what they are. I think for what they are as a film, as the series goes by, I think they're good. In between the first three I watch, I still think the second one's the best. I feel that one, the idea of him going to the races in this, I feel again with Pete and Francis going to West Point, it has a very good message at the end. And there is a scene in it though where there's a scene in the movie where he's kicked out because apparently a woman's pregnant. So West Point doesn't like that. So he got kicked out. Then the big rivalry game. And it turned out Francis is helping the coach out a lot by picking certain plays. There's a scene where he's teaching him how to do the West Point drills, like right shoulder, left shoulder, right shoulder, set, ten, that send hut, or whatever it is that they do in the Army, that kind of thing. So this isn't terrible, but I do feel this is the weakest of all the Francis movies. I feel, again, the second one is the best because I feel that one is well told and I think the writing works well. But I'm not sure when I'm going to get to Francis Covers the Big Town. I will get to that one before the end of the year. I'm just not 100% sure whether I'm going to watch it right away. I think I'm going to stop with the Francis movies for right now. So I'm going to put Francis Covers the Big Town on hold and put that one for a later day. But it's not terrible, but it's if you've seen the first two and you want to continue the series, go ahead and check them out. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to give Francis Goes to West Point a 3 out of 5. It's in the end of it, guys, it's just average. I feel like adding football in it kind of takes me out of the story. I feel the humor is gone, but I don't think it's bad. I think Francis is a great, likable character, and the chemistry with Francis and Pete, or Peter, work well in this movie. So, I don't know. We'll see how Francis Covers the Big Town. There's one Francis movie I'm definitely going to check out in October. I don't have it, but it's available to watch online. And I think it's called Francis Goes to the Haunted House. That one, I'm hoping I can find that one on Netflix and give that one a watch. We'll see. But as of now, it's not, like I said, as of now, I would easily say you definitely might want to just watch Francis Goes to the Races. So that's my review of Francis Goes to West Point. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you do like the content of the channel, like, comment, subscribe, click the bell, ring the bell to get all my video notifications. Head over to Letterboxd. I'm on there. I rate the movie before I go ahead and review it. And yeah. And that's it. And as always, keep watching those Universal movies, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.